Broch of Gurness is one of the most outstanding surviving examples of an Iron Age settlement unique to northern Scotland. Archaeological excavations in the early 20th century showed that the village began between 500 and 200 BC. A large area, roughly 45 metres across, defined by deep ditches and ramparts. At a later stage, an entrance causeway was added on the east side, and a circular Broch tower built in the west half. Around the Broch tower arose a settlement of small stone houses with attached yards and sheds. And if you've ever wondered what an Iron Age toilet may have looked like, then keep watching. The Broch of Gurness was probably the residence of the principal family of the community, and it also provided the last defensive resort. Within its massively thick walls, the Broch originally had a single central hearth, a ring of stone-built cupboards around the wall, and a sunken water feature traditionally interpreted as a well. A spiral stair led up to upper levels in the tower and to the wall head. When the Broch began to collapse, this arrangement was altered. The well was filled in and the interior refitted with new partitions. Most of what we see today dates from this secondary phase. The Broch of Gurness is perched on the edge of the Orkney's west mainland, part of a coastline that at one point would have been lined with brochs. Across the Sound of Eynhallow, you can see another well-preserved example at Midhowe and Rousey. You can see this Broch in my video, A Rousey Road Trip, and I'll put a link in the description below. Now that toilet. This cupboard-like feature has a flat top with a circular hole at its centre. It may have been used as a toilet, with an earthenware pot below to capture waste, which would then have been disposed of outside the village. A few similar features were identified on the site by archaeologists, who also found evidence of a drainage system. Alternatively, it may just have been used for cooking. Bronze pins and a mould for casting them were found at Gurness, suggesting metalworking was also practised here. If you're enjoying this video, go below, click on the red subscribe button, hit the notification bell to make sure you find out when other videos are released, and feel free to hit the thumbs up and leave a like. Thank you. This tank was probably used to store water inside the house. The stone sides and bottom were made watertight using local clay. There are a number of similar tanks in the village. Many of them are placed close to hearths, which suggests they may have been used for cooking, with water heated using stones from the fire. The village buildings were packed densely together, but there seems to have been an open area at the back of the Broch. A similar layout is found at other Broch villages, including Midhowe. This area is not visible from the main entrance and may well have been used for messy and smelly activities such as butchery or metalworking, which may have presented a fire risk elsewhere. At some point after 100 AD, the Broch was abandoned and the ditches filled in, and it's thought that the settlement at the Broch continued into the 5th century AD, the period known as Pictish times, and we can also see the remains of a Pictish house by the exhibition centre. In the 9th century, a Norse woman was buried at the site in a stone-lined grave with 2 bronze brooches and a sickle and knife made from iron. Another find suggests that Norsemen were buried here too.